What up? Welcome to Saturdays with Silas. I'm gonna call it that because I like the way it sounds. Saturdays with Silas. And so this week's topic is our coming out story. And I'm not totally out. Let's hope that my parents don't see this because they do not know that I am a flaming homosexual. I don't know how, but let's just ignore that. I am out to all my friends. I am out to my cousins, all my cousins, but one. And I'm out to one of my aunts. So that's all that I need right now. Or so I feel, because I would like a place to live. So, basically, nothing else, but I came out to myself as not being straight in October of 2010, in which I announced to my theater class that I was bisexual. It was on topic. I wasn't just like, I didn't just walk in and I was like, hey guys, I'm bi. It was more of a, we were having a discussion, a group discussion about gay bullying, and I was discussing how I was bullied in high school for having a girlfriend because I'm bi. And since coming out as bi, whenever I had a guy ask me out after that, after finding out I was bi, and I was just like, oh, I don't really think I'm bi. I think that I only like vagina. And so I was like, yeah. Nope. But he ended up becoming really good friends with me, and we're still really good friends, and I love him to pieces. And so throughout 2011, I spent that time in kind of a self-discovery situation in which I realized that I was actually a genderqueer person who only likes women, ladies. I have dated a trans guy though, which was fine, and I didn't mind that at all. But yeah, so I spent most of 2011 just coming to terms with myself and realizing that it was okay for me to be gay. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, it's still like, it's a continuous self-discovery process, honestly. But the way that I came out was that way through my theater class. And then after that, like a week later, I went to Knott's Scary Farm with my cousins and brother. And my one cousin, we were talking, and I was talking about girls. I'm always talking about girls. And he was just like, are you gay? Like, is that what you are? Are you gay? And I was like, I'm bi. And he was like, but you like girls? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, okay. I knew that. Just checking. Didn't want to offend you. I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, in January of 2011, one of my older cousins flew out here, and she was staying here with my grandma for a while, and we went out to dinner, and I had just been like dumped, and so I was heartbroken, and I was telling her that I was seeing somebody and that they had decided they didn't want to see me anymore. I didn't use any gender pronouns or anything, and so finally she just stops me and goes, you're gay, right? And I was like, what? Yes, I am. And she was like, okay, I knew you were. And she was like, don't be offended, but I've known since you were 12. And I was like, oh, why didn't you tell me? You would have saved me so much time and energy. And she was like, I think I knew a little bit younger than that, because you always asked us to call you a boy, and you always thought you were a boy. And I was like, well, that's not really gay. That's more like you have gender identity issues. She was like, oh, okay. But I always thought you were gonna like girls. And I was like, thanks, Ash. It's nice. Thank you. And then my other cousin, I told her, we were actually at church. We were having a church cleaning day, and so we were cleaning in one of the rooms upstairs. And I was just like, would you care if any of your family members were gay? And she was, no. And I was like, okay, I am. And she goes, I know. I was like, can't any of you bitches be surprised, please? Just once? Just one of you, can you be surprised? None of them, none of my cousins have been, actually. No one that I've told has been. That's basically been the same general response when I've been like, oh yeah, I'm gay. Oh, yeah, I know. It's not a shock to me. Thank you. Not necessarily that it's a bad thing, because it's like, yeah, visibility, but at the same time, it's like, what if I wasn't? My manager did that to me as well. She came up to me and she was like, so how do your family deal with you being gay? And I was like, I'm straight. She goes, that's funny. I was like, what if I was? What if I literally was? What if I was just really punk rock? And she was like, no, baby, you're a 100-footer. But that's just how it came out. I actually wasn't really comfortable coming out at work. I wasn't comfortable at work in general. I honestly thought they were going to fire me in my first 4 months of working there because I was just so awkward and uncomfortable. Until my manager came up to me and started talking to me about that, because she's apparently a lesbian too, and I always thought she was, but she's really thin, so I didn't want to be offensive and be like, because what if she wasn't? Like, femme girls are always hard to tell. But I was just really uncomfortable being out. And so when she came up to me and started talking to me, I was like, oh, it's so cool. I can be myself. And so after that, I love work now. Because it's just, it's this open environment where I can just be me, and I don't have to pretend to be something else like I do at home. School's another place that I'm really open about it, and I'm really open about me being myself. And it's something I'm really thankful for, because it's hard not to be out, and I feel that I can understand both the being out and the not being out because of my family situation. But yeah, I don't know. I like I like how far I've progressed in my coming out. So that's nice. But I'm really, really boring in terms of, like, I don't have this really cool, fantastic coming out story in which things were thrown or tears were shed or any of that. When my parents found out I was gay in high school, they did send me away to live with their friends in England, and I was like, you sent me away for a summer to live in England without you? Like, that's the bomb. That is not a punishment. I did come back closeted though, and I was straight until I was 20. So I guess it worked for a while. It worked for 3 months. The 3 months that I came back from England, and for 3 months I didn't hook up with my girlfriend. But after that, it did not work. But yeah, basically that's it for me. Yeah, again, I'm really not that exciting. But I do hope that you continue to leave us questions, comments, topics, topic suggestions, anything you want us to talk about. Leave it in the comments below or on the comments on our page. Also, subscribe and follow our Tumblr, whatthegaysay.tumblr.com. And I will see you guys again next Saturday. Have a great night, day, whenever you're watching this. Week. Have a great week. Go party. Go party tonight. Let's be real. It's Saturday. I'll be at home, sleeping. But you all have fun. And be safe. Use protection. Alright. Have a great night. Have a great week. I'll see you later. And